Good morning, everybody. Today we need to finish our storyboards. But before we talk about the storyboards, I want to talk about one thing that's very important when you're making a movie. You want to use different camera angles. They help tell the story and they help keep your audience interested. I have a bunch of them on the screen here in front of me, and I'm just going to go over them quickly so you can get the idea. The first two are wide shots. A lot of times you'll use a wide shot if you want to show where a setting's happening. For instance, if a movie is happening in school, maybe you'll show a picture of the school from the outside so that when we cut later to the inside, we'll know what's going on. The next one is this, it's still a wide shot, but it's close enough that you can see a character. Now, this places a character in the setting. So if you want something happening, say at a baseball field, you want to take the picture of the individual in the baseball field so we know where everything's happening and we can see who the character is. As we move down the list, you can see we're getting closer here. And this medium shot's just a good shot if you, again, want to show a person in their environment and you can get a better idea of the character. I really don't do too much audio, which means getting people to talk until I move it even closer to this medium close-up shot. And you can see now I can see the character's face and I can see his lips move when he's talking and I can see a little bit of emotion on his face. And that always helps. And again, the close-up is good when you want to show emotion. You can see if someone's upset, you can see if they're happy because we're close enough now to see the smiles or the tear if somebody's crying. We're going to move down. The extreme close-up isn't something I do very often. It's because I don't work with professional actors or actresses. But in this, it's good to show emotion, but you need someone who can really show it. And it's difficult. So you can see how we're really close to this person's face. The next one I do use a lot, this cut in. This is where, say, somebody's typing on a computer. You don't want to just sit from behind and watch the screen. You want to all of a sudden do a kind of a close-up of their hands typing. Or maybe you've seen a scary movie where you see the bad guy walking up and then you just see his hand grabbing a door. We cut in close to watch him turn the doorknob. That's what this is for. Again, it's pretty easy to use, but you got to know it's there and you need to make time for it in your movie. The next one is what they kind of call a cutaway. And you'll see this if you're watching a movie like and there's a football game going on and a big play happens and guy runs down the field and gets tackled. And then they cut away and they show the audience and everybody's jumping around cheering. That's an example of a cutaway shot. The last ones we're really going to worry about here are the over-the-shoulder shot is something that when you have two characters talking, you place the camera behind one and then you watch the character talk. And then as the next person talks, you switch the camera to over, in this case, behind the blonde-haired kid's shoulder, and you shoot over his shoulder and watch the other kid talk. It's good for conversations. The last one's kind of an interview shot. You'll see it like on Survivor or one of those shows when they talk to an individual, they put the camera on him. They get medium close up. They put him a little bit off to the side, and he talks to the camera. And the last one I'm going to talk about is this point of view shot. Again, you see it a lot in horror movies when someone's getting chased and they look back at the bad guy and you have the same point of view, the same vision that the character who's being scared has. I don't know if it has any applications for what we're going to be doing, but it's nice to know. Now, how does this work with your storyboards? Let's take a quick look here, and I want to show you. I got a storyboard here that I kind of created, and you can see my different camera angles. I got that medium wide shot that shows my character in the setting. She's in her bedroom. The next one, I go to a cut-in shot of a computer and somebody typing on it. The next one I have set up for an over-the-shoulder shot. And eventually I'll put a little tag down here that says over the shoulder. Then I move to a close-up, back to a medium wide shot, and then back to that medium wide shot that shows the setting again. I'm not done with my storyboard, but you can see that I'm changing camera angles a lot, and that helps to keep your audience interested in what's going on. I don't want to see just one camera angle for the whole movie. And you can see right here, I've actually tagged this one as a what type of shot I want, so that when my cameraman's setting up and we're working our way through this movie, we know exactly what we want to do. So it's not something we're going to be discussing that day. It already says on the storyboard, this is going to be a close-up. This is going to be an over-the-shoulder shot, so that we know how to set it up. The last thing I want to show you today, and this has nothing to do with what we're doing, I want to show you our list of usernames in case you forgot your username. So if you remember your username, you don't have to watch this part of the movie. These are all the usernames. I'm going to scroll down through them quickly. In case you've forgotten yours, you can look at this and find your name. I can't show you your password, so hopefully you remember that. It's quite a list. It's all the 6th grade. And the name that you're going to use to log in is the second one on the list, the middle one. And that's everyone we have. If there's somebody in class that wasn't here last week, watch the video that's below this one. It will tell you what to do, how to get started with Storyboard. Have a great afternoon. Take care, and I will see you next week.